Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. It has been a few days more than I wanted to let it go. I think it's been about a week now. Yeah, my CPU fan started to die on me. It was getting to a point where idling, my CPU was at around 70 to 80 Celsius. And starting up a game would almost immediately shoot it up to 90. And then things would start breaking. So, got a brand new CPU fan, and we are back with Shadowbringers. I don't remember a ton about what happened last time. I do remember that Estinian came to the Rising Stones to fill us in on the situation in Garlemald. And yeah, we were hanging out with Tataru and Kryl, which it would seem that Kryl, or was it Tataru? Hold on. Kryl has my next quest. Haven't had a chance to do the leveling that I wanted to do, so we're just going to keep rolling with Dark Knight. I did level up my Gunbreaker up to 70. I want to level it up to 80 so that I can get my my resistance weapon. But that's something for later. Yeah. So we're just going to keep going as Dark Knight. Chrysanthemum. My, what a pleasant surprise. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Montoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal aether. You mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Who's this? Oh, Maxima. He's the one that was, at the very end of Stormblood, he was transporting Alpha now, before they crashed. Ah, Chrysanthemum, it has been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes, I've heard some stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that. You said you have urgent news? Indeed, as you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there that we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear of whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single scion with all of this. I mean, you guys have a very good reason not to burden me with it. You're staying here with the others. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. Let's go. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen now that Xenos killed Varus. I wonder if they're gonna start getting a lot more aggressive, or if they're gonna maybe fall back. I don't know if Xenos is really military-minded anymore. He seems like he's just focused on me. Let's see. I was trying to clean my glasses, thought that would take longer. Hi, Maxima. Commander Alden awaits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me. Okay, I thought it was going to make me go talk to the Resistance Guard, too. Voice-acted cutscene, perhaps? Ooh, you're talking to Gaius. Wait, Gaius lived. Impressive.
They're here, Commander.
I'm sure you can see that.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah.
I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
No time?
I
Alright.
trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
Shadowhunter.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
For now.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right.
Proto-Ultima.
The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals?
That's the
With
one.
which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
It caused a lot of devastation. It was
The
not his
same.
intention.
In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandarnus, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
I don't
The
know
Ascian's
if I have time.
downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
I was kind of under the impression that the Ultima weapon, or the new Ultima weapon, was just like a little one-off thing. I'm hoping it's not like some huge threat. If it is, it'll probably be dealt with by the time we get to Endwalker. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Hey, I'd like to go back to the first. I take it you are ready to return to the first? Then I would ask that you apprise the others of recent events here in the source. Namely, Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travels, Chris. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Is it? Okay, cool. It looked like my, Focusrite wasn't lighting up. Ruby Doomsday? Oh, it's the Ruby weapon! I'm gonna just unlock this real quick. Oh, Chrysanthemum, glad you could make it. As you may have heard, Commander Alden has given the orders to embark from Alliance headquarters to hold back the advance of the Empire's latest menace. Not that the soldiers stationed here are too chuffed about being on the front lines against these new weapons. If they're designed to slay primals, they'd make short work of us mere mortals as well. Mind you, it's Gaius Balesar and his followers who have led the charge so far. By all accounts, they've been giving as good as they get. Unfortunately, their sorties have met with little success. I dare say they'd benefit greatly from your presence on the battlefield. If you're ready, my colleague over at Porta Praetoria will show you the way. I'm not ready right now. I'm not. But maybe one day. Maybe on stream. We'll see. I'm excited to fight the ruby weapon, though. I knew that it was coming. I thought that I was running into it earlier. But it was just a random dungeon that I hadn't done yet that had ruby, emerald, and sapphire or violet, like terminals. I thought they were gonna activate like the different weapons. It's so weird how you lose your minion if you take out a fashion item. Is that Jiraiya? No, it's just a person with white hair and a headband. I've been seeing a lot of Jiraiya stuff from Naruto lately. I want to get rid of my little guy and replace him with another little guy. Let's just minion roulette real quick. Who do I got? I got the Onion Knight. Hi, Graha. You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and means to return the Scions home. I trust you two have been making good use of your time? It's bad. It's bad. Ill tidings from the source, you say, and I'll summon the others that we might all be apprised of the situation. Yeah, it's bad. We need everybody in here. Here comes the music change, I think. Music change into voice acted. Still missing Thancred and Rain.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
Yeah, so Xenos is back and they're making a new Ultimate Weapon.
We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Oh? It's a baby
We
or a
set out
site.
to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will. However,
However,
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
that being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Okay, I'll come and see you in a minute. I'm glad that she's doing better.
Why not speak
She seemed
to me?
like she was really
She knows I
struggling.
don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
That's a good idea. Let's all split up and start working on our own separate things. Give me money. Now, I'm gonna take just a minute, cause oh, hold on. Is this main quest? Oh, it is main quest. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a side thing. But, I'm gonna take just a second, because I had been trying to reapply for PD on a GTA server, because it's been a hot minute. Sorry, one of the developers was asking me something, and their bot was having issues earlier. Now that it's fixed, I'm gonna put in my application real quick. What did I put for this before? Sorry, it won't be much longer. I think I threw most of the long questions for this. Alright. let's see. Do I want to be LSPD, Blaine County Sheriff, or SASP? I don't think I've been a sheriff before. And I think that, a little bit meta, I think I saw a motorcycle club starting up in Blaine County. I'm gonna go with Blaine County Sheriff's Office. There. Alright, and with that, we are done. And I can continue playing the game. Yeah. Seeking counsel. I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Lena? Where is Lena? Oh, all the way down here? Okay. What's this quest? By the time you hear this. Oh, I think that's Reen? No, that's in the middle of nowhere. What's by the time you hear this? You would enter the Crystal Tower and provide support to a team of researchers who plan to investigate the inner reaches. Unfortunately, their way has been barred by a number of hostile creatures and machinations. I don't know. We have little time, so I'll be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. A Sin Eater? I had heard some few had remained after the Knighthood returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It's only a single Sin Eater, a simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Me? Why not Alphino? Yeah, send somebody who will actually struggle. Make them work for it. Let's be about it then. Excellent. Then let us make for Fort Job. What was the name of that quest? I just want to see what it unlocks. It was by the time you hear this. By the time you hear this. Oh, right. It unlocks a new dungeon. If you would wait here for a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. How long have they waited for the opportunity to fight at your side? I was at death's door that day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend had transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly. It seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride an Amaro to go on and save the Oracle. Oracle, not Oracle. Strange to think that the Ulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side. But we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. I cannot speak. That's okay. We seem to be missing one. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escorted him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. Why are you the only one that I'm getting a flashback for? I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Oh. Little did I know I was already talking to him. Don't give up, don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the Knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They give their lives to the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. Our heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. I'm a celebrity now. It was interesting going back to nobody knowing who I was. Up here. Ooh, you're a cool looking dragon. You guys kill it. Good job.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. Never seen anything like it.
Is it
So I
Ardbert?
says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off.
It is Ardbert. We had seen young Ardbert.
A warrior of light?
That's me.
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
The pleasure is mine. Stop talking bad about the Warriors of Light.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
Our work here didn't start.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world.
Well, at least some
Still,
people know, I
if
guess.
this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
What can I help you with?
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Weird of them to take me out of one cutscene just to put me in another.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
Especially when they're both voiced.
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
He did what?
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man, a younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Anchors keep us where we have been. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be. He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already. Yeah, he's lost without you.
Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
It's like, I know that he's really, really worried about getting us home. But yeah, he does need to actually survive to do that. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. I really like Lena as a character. She's so sweet. Facing the truth, where is Alphino? Alphino is back at the Crystarium. The Crystarium is so pretty. I had been watching Volpixie play the other day, and I saw something about one of the people in her chat working on a Lego, like, Crystarium-inspired build. Excited to see what that ends up looking like. Users were quite shocked to hear what we'd found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there's a proposal I would like to make. I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity. I will be right back. My mom sounds like she is having trouble with the dog. I'm gonna go help real quick. Sorry about that. Emma and the cat were chasing each other around the yard. It was very cute. I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across often describes them as sin-eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and then painted as villains. We're gonna make everybody know! That's awesome. Were it not for the record stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Vobert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin-Eaters is absurd. To be fair, they are currently Sin-Eaters. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium, and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. I agree. I've been saying for a minute that people need to stop talking bad about Ardbert. Well, what say you, Chrysanthemum? I wish we had done this sooner. In hindsight, I agree, but better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Excedra. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Ooh, we got a lot of people to find. This seems like... no, it's not the guy at the pendants. Let's see, there's one over here. Excuse me, I'm gonna walk all over your little tent. Come to browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yulmor's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Daedalus Stonemarks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? Go to the Excedra. Big announcement. I see, the Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the night to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Glennard, my man. You're probably one of the most important people to tell, all the people coming here for a drink. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night's return, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind at all, though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Yeah, speaking of the flood, come to the Excedra. The Warriors of Light. Yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the Cardinal Virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Yeah, that's not all. Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Now would be a very good time for us to, like, clear Ardbert's name, considering I know he's alive. I don't know how he's alive. I don't know what's going on with it. But I do know that he's alive. One over here in the Spagrix. And then I'll take the Aethernet. Which I probably should have done earlier. Chris, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my doors of late. Which is a shame, come to think of it, and I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. Hehe, I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. Well, you're not having a moment right now. Come to the Exedra. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. And then we'll take the Aethernet. Oh. There we go. We'll start here in the crystalline mean. Catless! How you doing, bestie? Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenelt not long ago. He says a visit to the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. Exedra now! I'm sorry? You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever is left unsaid, I'm all ears. You look like an entire person to me, but, you know, I could be wrong. Cabinet. Where are you? Hi, Morin, you big nerd. No, this can't be. Surely there's at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Come to the Exedra. Like now. Oh, Chris, forgive me if the Captain of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I've searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. Exedra, now! You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the Flood? How wonderful! You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Okay. Now over here. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've split the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. I did tell them all now, so they should be showing up soon. And there they all are. . You have a really cute sweater,
Yes, this
lady in
looks
the
to be
back.
nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Yeah, I guess I can. I just want you all to know, Ardbert's a homie, and his friends are also good people. They traveled together, and they fought a bunch of monsters, but they were too good at their job. And that's why the flood came. They came to my world so that way they could try to, like, make darkness, so that way it might seep over here. It didn't work. I beat his ass. And then they came back here to stop the flood. If it wasn't for them, the entire place would have been destroyed. Ardbert got stuck for like 100 years till I showed up. And then we killed Emmett.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
Yeah.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
He's right there. And he's not ghosty. Ardbert, you're not a ghost.
Impossible.
What happened? I'm not imagining it then.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
And you can kind of
In
see
the
Aether.
world?
It's you!
He's pugging.
The one who slew the Eater!
It was him.
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium, I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a Warrior of Light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
I don't understand.
That I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
I think maybe the light that he absorbed from me?
The hero who stands before you now, the Warrior of Darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home.
Oh, did they not know that part?
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
Maybe not you in specific, Guardsman. But people here, yes.
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Why am I so mad at him? This doesn't feel right.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Can we go to my room real quick so that way I can see if Ardbert is still in my head? Because if Ardbert is still in my head and he's out here, then one of y'all's lying.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
My only guess is that it was because of the light. It may look like him and sound like him, but it isn't him. I guess I would know, because Emmett was saying that we're two pieces of the same soul, right? So I would know.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
That he is an Ascian.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, probably.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the Virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Oh, we should go check his grave immediately.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
Ooh. And he had already taken the role of Xenos. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Claimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emet-Selk's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
More often than I'd like.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light.
And Moonbreda, but she's not here to tell that
occasion,
story.
I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Not really. They had been trying to make the light more powerful.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
I do agree that we don't all need to be watching him. Haven't you been starting post Shadowbringers for like a month now? No, I finished Shadowbringers a little bit over a week ago. And then I did one stream of post Shadowbringers before today. And then my CPU fan died. Just got my new one installed last night. Rip Bozo. I did not realize that it was probably like 8 years old. So a new one was needed. It was the most ghetto thing I've ever installed. So the actual heatsink itself looks like when somebody with an old muscle car like makes the engine stick out, like in Mad Max when they're like blowing gasoline into the exposed engine. It looks like that. And the actual fans were not attached. I had to go in and attach them with not screws, even though the fans had holes for screws. No, I had to attach them with what is essentially a unfolded paperclip. And it just snaps onto the outside. It looks ghetto. It holds together pretty sturdy. I was surprised. But it feels wrong. But yeah. It clips to the side of the CPU case. Like where the CPU... No, to the side of the heatsink. I'll send you a video of the exact one that I have, so that you can see what I'm talking about. There it is. I think that this is the video I was using. Yeah, it is. God, it's so shady. But I mean, it's really sturdy. It's a lot more sturdy than I expected it to be. There you go. Check your DMs. You did well to dispel the falsehood surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an impostor. Of that there is little doubt. But to the masses, he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes would be born again for their sacrifices. What a bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Ere we take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphinaud returneth soon with that most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to appraise Thancred and Reen of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it prudent we take all measures to prepare for what's to come. Beck Lug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. What the fuck is that thing? It is a crazy heavy-duty heatsink. And I think it time I return to the Greatwood. Until now, everything we have learned of the Ascians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Like $30. A water cooler is what I had, and my PC was idling at 70 Fahrenheit. So, I figured I need to swap it out. And so I just looked for like a list of some top of the line CPU coolers that was on there, and it was on sale. I think it's normally like 60 for that fan, or for that heatsink and fans, but I got it for like 30. Fortunately, I've derived word from Fano that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Katana Ravel. Olmet believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization, that of the Asians, perhaps. They may lead us to the truth we seek. Would you care for some company? Be sure to let me know how that works out. I fail to see why that would be necessary, given that you will be accompanying me. Don't be coy, it doesn't suit you. Fine. When you are ready, make for Fano. Ahmed and her sisters will be expecting us. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray give my regard to the Vis. 70°C, 70 Celsius, at idle. Like, with nothing but a YouTube video on, it was sitting at 70 to 75 Celsius. The second that I booted up Final Fantasy, just to log in, and to claim my, like, daily stuff, like my retainers, it immediately jumped up to 91 and started to stutter. So, yeah. It was already struggling, but Monster Hunter Wilds killed it. Like, it had been working okay, and then I decided I wanted to hop on Monster Hunter Wilds, and within about 3 or 4 minutes, my mic was no longer working, and it was starting to stutter. So I shut my computer off, started to reboot, and it popped up a message I had never seen before that, like, my CPU needed to cool down. So I let it sit for a little while longer. It was bad. It was sketchy as hell. But, yeah, I've had that liquid cooler for like 8-ish years, so I figured it was about time. 8 years that I can remember. Give me just a sec. There. Like, it doesn't help that my CPU, like, always runs a bit hot. It's a 5800X3D, and from what I had heard, it always runs hot, but it uses, like, a little less power. I'm not sure how it works, but all I know is that now I have my hardware monitor up at all times. Right now, I'm sitting at about 76. While streaming and playing. I've had a high of 86. I don't know when that was, but even that's still manageable. As long as I don't see any red numbers, I'm happy. Welcome, allies of Ronka. We have accomplished much since you last came. With the Light Warden dead and its minions dispersed, we have at last reclaimed our hunting grounds near Rocktika Falls. It was there that we discovered more ruins. Although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We all were in agreement. Before any investigation could proceed, you should be summoned. We are grateful that you did. From what you have told me, I strongly suspect that the wisdom my comrades and I seek can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see that it is good you have come. Waronka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. It is our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yet lies within. Come now, surely any threat sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we have faced thus far. I don't know if that's right, Yulnet. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh, and who was it pining for the return of our allies that we might venture into the ruins, clutching her staff at night, wishing it were... You promised not to tell! Then I suggest we be going. Get back here! Remind me exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, perhaps it's for the better I don't know. Pray forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with a curiosity that is not easily satiated. Please, you needn't apologize. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. And if not for your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I have kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for the Katana Ravel. God, I want the tattoos. I want tattoos on my character. Most of what I wear on stream, you wouldn't be able to see it. But off stream, I'd be able to see it. A lot of my other armors, or a lot of my other outfits show significantly more skin. And by that, I just mean that I'm not covered from toes to neck in armor. It's most strange for these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. It's recommended that you... Oh! Here we go! It's time!
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast.
Whoops, thought I still had this going.
Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed. Why you...
Got him.
owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead. As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism. Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
What? But I only... What is happening?
What did you do?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
You're a creepy looking thing. You trespass, mortal, upon sacred ground, in retribution for souls I have bound. And to heroes proven, learned, and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. If you would see there set free, answer me these riddles 3. Deft of paw with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment for the whole do our efforts descry. What am I? Okay. Deft of paw with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment of the whole do our efforts descry. That'd be a coral? Alas, 'twas the Opa-Wopa, keen and shrewd, its spirits exalt ingenuity, a virtue by which the Ronkins did prosperity pursue. For this mistake, a single talisman I shall take. Did she just die then? With fearsome fang I travel with pack. Together we find harmony, and thus for a peace our land does not lack. What am I? And thus for peace our land does not lack. Owl. No. Wolf, because they travel in a pack? Indeed, 'twas the spirit of the wolf their doctrines praised, that they would know peace and harmony to the end of their days. The riddle's answer you did discern, and thus to you a soul returns. On my belly do I crawl, by my strength does prosperity reign within our hall. What am I? A serpent. Yep, serpent. Crawl on your belly. Indeed, the dread serpent turned protector, lured to slumber ere it tear the world asunder. The riddle's answer you did discern, and thus to you a soul returns. Why the creepy wing monster got such big titties? Desire you that which I yet claim, then we shall play another game. A test of mind and memory. Choose wisely, and you all may yet go free. Twixt these talismans hide friend and foe. Choose your companions well, or sorrow no. Okay. Select this talisman. It's Yumet. It's an enemy. Ishtola. Enemy. Yumet. The revealed pair of talismans return Yumet to you. Enemy. Ishtola. Enemy. Ishtola. 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 Your comrades are assembled together at last. Yet still there remains one trial you must pass. Is it fight you? If you would glean the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I would first take the measure of your worth. I think it's fight you. I think that's my last trial. Yeah, it is. One worthy of she who the Ronkinson told must be strong of mind, body, and soul. Yeah, it's fight you. Finally, this was what I expected you to find here in the ruins. Be careful, sisters. It's okay, I know how to tank, so you guys are probably okay. Hold nothing back. Failure of this test does not appear to be an option. Quickly, fan out before it strikes. It's already striking, Ishtola. Sights are set on Ishtola. Hurry, we must protect her. Summoning. Victory ought to be sacrifice, but which of you would pay the price? Chris, hurry, we have to save him. Okay, so that's probably just showing me a mechanic I'm gonna have to handle here in a minute. Yep. Move out of the big Dorito. The Touch of Shadow. Okay, Touch of Shadow is big AoE. The Deceit of Pain. Many AoEs. You may think you have won, but we have only just begun. Poison? Come, gather around me. Reinforcements, leave them to me. I'm just gonna ignore the ads, like get them to target me and then just finish off Waka. This music really does just sound like Venta Oreo from Golden Wind. Well fought, hero. The trial is complete. The way is open, and thus I concede defeat. We win. Easy.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now,
That's
what
very
have we
kind of
learned?
them.
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
That's right. That is what we learned. No consequences for our actions.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber. A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
So this is Ardbert's.
Could it be the Archmage Tiuna?
Oh, maybe not then. Maybe they do know who
A
it is.
legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation. So potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence.
Interesting.
A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence.
I mean, it's never bad to have a theory, you know?
Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request. Remember us. Remember that we lived.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tuna long enough. Fana will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Well, let's get out of here. By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. That is well. In time, the knowledge you have gleaned will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears, of history learned, not lived. The legend of Tiona and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries, yet as it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details lost or changed. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes it will endure long after you are gone, and though it too will change in time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying that we can never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought. So long as we are here, there are none among the V who will not know of all you have done for Norvrent. We are not certain of such we are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels then. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. An old friend. Although we learned naught of the Ascians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there is a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Sure, I can come with you to Slitherbow. Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. Okay. Let me move, please. Thank you. And we're just gonna teleport there, because I ain't flying all that way. Hi, Runar. Chrysanthemum, it's so good to see you. You've arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Runar, but we haven't the... Please, I insist. My apologies, Chris. It seems our return to the Crystarium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it is rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbow from top to bottom. If you would be so kind as to go and fetch a broom from Ice Gear, we might finish before Runar has done cooking. Ice Gear is in here? Yeah. A broom for Master Matoya? I cannot imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old but sturdy and sure to suffice. Thank you. Yoink. I trust Ice Gear was able to find a broom for us. There you go. Well worn. Good. This will prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I think I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. Yes, well, we weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. You make it seem like it's, like, ridiculously important. Oh, because you're going to try to bring it to life, aren't you? Using the shenanigans from Master Matoya. The other Master Matoya. The actual Master Matoya. You didn't honestly think I'd do it the old-fashioned way. That broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself. Or rather, it will be. Yup, there we go. Time to rise to swish and sweep, a tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound until no dust is to be found. Wakey wakey. In this one particular respect, I've no objections in following Master Matoya's footsteps. In future, I may need you to remind me of the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, and these people. Oh, Runar. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything is fine, I assure you. It's been a long day is all. Wouldn't happen to do with anything that you heard outside the door, would it? I see. Thank goodness you're still here. Elfino. I thought you were following Ardbert. I was, but I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every elm of Norvrant in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. One moment, I have received a ping. Not from where I thought it was. It remains to be seen to what end he encourages the people to become warriors of light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before, and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen warrior of light. Yeah. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is in all likelihood Slitherbow. Alice, are you certain you should be here? What does that mean? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment is going well, but progress is slow and exhausting. For all of us. The best thing I can do now is to let them rest. So I believe we're about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Rain are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Rain believeth one may lurk beneath the boughs of woven oath. Then that is where we'll start a search. A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. Thancred. Oh, he's this way. There it is. Another Sin Eater.
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Eater friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
Are you the ones that killed it,
suits our
though?
purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come.
Elidibus.
Huh. It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it?
Stop. Stop acting like this.
But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks.
Extend a friendly fist. Ask whether he wishes set over here. Yeah.
Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Oh, you're not Ardbert. You are not him. I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elidibus. Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
That's true.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you. to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I, nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
Yeah.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
No, I completely understand why. Light is already
Another
the closest
visit to the
disaster.
Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little.
True.
Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
Hey, Nagi. Elidibus said I'm different, but you can think what you want, trash and fancy man speak. Assassins are always duty before honor. You know, he actually had me going for a minute. I thought for sure that it was actually Aardvark. But, yeah. This is all to be learned, I want to know. For one of a better option, as long as you don't make me do any more chores. Arvert is a more stoic boy. He
Send
is.
you to bed without supper.
Fine, Mom. God.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
I wonder what would have happened if I stuck out my hand for a fist bump. Would he just, like, completely flub it? That'd be pretty funny. Nothing who has the right of it. Let's pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsoth first. As a chieftain, he is doubtless privy to a great many secrets. Our choices change dialogue more. Yeah. Like, it'd be so funny if I could accidentally, or well, not accidentally, if I could dialogue my way out of entire quests. Like, if, as long as you didn't make me do any more chores, actually meant something. That'd be so funny. I have sent for no fin this once. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us. Please, this is a lot of people for me to voice. Oh. Ruins which your kind have yet to explore. I see. Ah, I know of one place. Let's see if I can get it. Ah. What if I can get it over here? I can get it over here, but it's going to take me a second. I know of one such place. Alas, under these circumstances, I am afraid that we can spare none to guide you there. And what circumstances are these? Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of Mineri liver. They must be replenished with haste. The Benthos, a particularly violent tribe of the Ondo, if I recall. A band of bottom feeders. We lost much in the flood, but while others work to rebuild, they resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it when they prey upon your kind, but do not be fooled. They care not who they harm. Would that we had the warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they have stolen from us, but there is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers for you. Seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are in part responsible for the deeds of these driven to desperate ends by the desperate climes, or by the changing climes. One good turn and all that. We simply can't leave them like this. Could we not simply hunt Mineri ourselves? One good turn and all that. I thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to help. Reclaiming the stores it is, then. We would be grateful beyond words if you did. The Benthos have surely taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor, but be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders. Then we will have care not to draw their attention, shall we? This way? Yeah, this way. Hopefully it's not too far away. We have to save the world, but the fish people need food. Yup. They gotta have liver. It's very important to them. Where is it? Okay, there's more past this. I just have to go, like, over here, I think? Or is it? Oh, it's down here. Excuse me. I'm just gonna fly above you all, and then you can't do anything about it. So where's the liver? Where do you guys keep the liver? Oh, there's the liver. You know, these chores get very silly when you can fly. These boxes are filled with assorted vegetables. Liver is not a vegetable. Thank you for letting me know. One cursory sniff, you can detect the faint aroma of fresh oranges, a far cry from the rather memorable scent of Maniri liver. What about the bristly bag? Thrusting your hand into each sack in turn, you find that all are filled with wheat down at the bottom. You also find that raw wheat is unpleasantly pointy. Where's the rest of it then? Oh, probably up in here, huh? No? Unless it's hidden behind something. Where did you all put the livers? What are you doing up here? I haven't forgotten why we're here, I swear. Only this bird hasn't taken its eyes off me since I found it. I think it might be lonely. The shoebill is staring at Reen. Just staring. I think the bird wants your liver. But if it's spinach, it has a little iron in it like liver. Okay, well, so does like an iron bar. For like construction equipment. That's not liver though. From the squelching noise they make when prodded and the vile stench, you conclude that these bags are bursting with liver. Brilliant. Are those them? You can probably smell them from there, Thancred. You already know. Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems the Benthos have been raiding Calusian storehouses as well as the Yondo. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat. But we can discuss this after we see the livers safely back to Tolsath. It wouldn't do to keep them in suspense. Take me back. God. Ooh. Hello, car. Oh, God. I'm relieved to see you unspeared. Have some liver. This bulging sack makes a truly heinous squelching noise as you heft it over your shoulder. Our precious livers. I knew you would not fail. We also found all manner of foodstuff from Calusia and the Founder's floor. Tell me, Tolsath, does that seem odd to you? It is brazen, to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors I've heard recently concerning a rash of thefts from Calusian warehouses. The perpetrators enter in the dead of night and are gone before anyone has realized what has happened. The Ulmoran army has been investigating, but thus far to no avail. Perhaps the reason they have struggled so is that their quarry is of the sea. The true question, then, is what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without further delay, we cannot allow the Benthos to carry on as they are. If I may, I believe that the ruins are, in fact, key to the Benthos plans. Is that so? Oh, wrong person. These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are a recent discovery. We have seen signs that the Benthos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it is clear that their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young, and food for both queen and hatchlings to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. Under normal circumstances, perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There is only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army, and with it take revenge upon the Finless. It is not a surprise. They came to us not long ago, seeking allies for the cause. We rebuffed them, of course. The suffering of ours will not serve as balm to their own. Our queen, however, desires only bloodshed and will gladly send our children to die in our stead. If they are planning to wage war, that changes matters considerably. Indeed. I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I'd rather not risk your people in the attempt. If we travel to the illuminated land, is there a way we might identify the ruins ourselves? Yes. Once you reach its depths, go deeper still. You will see a monstrous structure there upon the seafloor. That you have come to us now is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers, those who seek to use their magnificent creations with vile purpose. I have no doubt that they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid that the dead do not speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall try not to disappoint. If what we seek lieth deeper still beyond Amarat, I would call upon the assistance of another. Give me fending. Let's pop this open. And get some upgrades. Hi, baby. Thank you for the sippy. I kind of like that earring. Hold on, let me see it a little closer up. I don't mind that at all. It kind of reminds me of like a peacock tail. Though our course has been decided, to pursue it we must needs beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to Solon, that we might seek an audience with him once more. Are we gonna ruin the seafloor even more? Because that does not sound like a great plan. Drippy Chris, always. Ooh, it's raining real hard. Yeet. Yeah, I did not realize that I have been going so long without drinking water of any kind. I had a monster at the start of stream, and that's about it. From here, we press onward to the Isle of Ken. I myself shall proceed on foot. You perfected your technique, then? Just so. The water will be as glass beneath my feet, and provide purchase, yet fragile, yet true. Watch closely. Oh, I certainly shall. Please, I want to see this so bad. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming technique? Aye, 'twould be a pity if you drowned, truly. Oh hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant. Please fall straight through. That would have been so funny. Oh, whoopsie. Incredible. Oh, no, they're just auto-advancing it for me. Everybody's so hyped for Yurianche. Please fall the second you take a step. Oh, come on, dude. It'll be so funny. There's no way he's making it. There's no shot. That wasn't on him. For the love of... That wasn't on him. Something just pulled him under. Oh, nothing pulled him under. Something broke his concentration. Mine apologies. The technique requires the purest of focus, and mine, 'twas lacking. Learn how to swim. To perfect this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Fweth, and with their aid, mine efforts truly met with success, albeit on a single occasion. Brother, learn to swim. I know not why I cannot repeat it. Thought I saw you waver for a bit towards the end there. Perhaps you're simply tired? Oh, what? Are you good? Not again. Thancred? It's nothing to worry about. Only a dizzy spell, though it may not be wise to go for another swim just now. No, your aether's fading. Thankfully, we have an alternative. A wonderful little invention, I'm sure you'll agree. It's called a boat. Oh, it is a boat. I will petition Bismarck's aid on our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than mine experimental magics. You speak with the voice of a king, little neighbors. I will not deny you. As before, if you seek what sleeps beneath the sea, I will be your guide. Thy kindness is as boundless as the depths, serene one. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Move them and I will take you below. With all haste shall it be done. So, did he agree? Aye, though I agreed to a favor in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck hath asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, one must needs dive beneath the surface to do so. Even if I could muster the power to walk upon it, it would avail me not. Oh, for heaven's sake, is that all? Chris and I are more than capable of that. Me? With the Kojine's blessing, we'll have done with it in moments. And better that than standing here and listening to this nonsense. I'll take the right, you take the left. Go. I am in your debt. Oops. Okay. These are big barnacles. After a good deal of prying from various angles, you dislodge the barnacle. Hold on. I just saw something. Okay. Sorry, I saw on my little monitor here that one part of my CPU had spiked a little bit. But apparently, that particular area, it's not uncommon for it to spike. As long as it goes back down, it's not a big deal. It's nothing to worry about. And it went back down. Very cool. After a good deal of prying from various angles, you dislodge the barnacle. It just spooked me a little bit, but it is all good. You are now barnacle-free, Bismarck. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay. Much, much better. Thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago, another who did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose the spot for my slumber, he came and made a home on my back. Ken was his name. When I grew itchy, I stirred, but he was not afraid. No, he asked me what was wrong. I told him of the creatures clinging to my belly, and he dove into the water. He helped me. He was my friend. I told him of the creatures clinging... Oh, whoops. He told me he wished to live in peace, away from his people and their wars. This I understood. I treasured our time together, brief though it was, brief though it always is, but I remember him, and how he laughed when he flew. I remember when he slept. I too slept that day, and many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs, and together we fly. And I am here. I am awake. It feels good to speak and to be heard again. A shame others cannot understand me. If thou art willing to learn, I would gladly teach thee the language of man. Woo! Thank you, little friend, but it is time I grant you your request. But first I will take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I will not have you struck by errant debris. Yo, being besties with Bismarck is so cool. So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history, like so many grains of sand. Ought I have some explanation of what he just said, or shall we all stand about making vague and mysterious allusions? Well, he maketh ready to deliver us to our destination. Bismarck bade us wait for him on the shore of Calusia. That's all. I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing on the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest with you anon. Fine. Later then. If Bismarck requires time to prepare, might I suggest a short respite? For Urianger and Thancred in particular? I require no such thing. I'm the perfect picture of health. Mine was but a momentary lapse in concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself so. Please rest. For me. Oh, all right, if you insist. You too, Chris. You've been running yourself ragged. Yes, ma'am. I'll take a little bit of a break, if it means that I'm not going to get yelled at the entire way. In that case, I leave the old man in your care. The rest of us will meet you at the split hole anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she struck a nerve, she remembers. By the gods, she remembers. In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Solon that's better for it than most. Come with me. May as well have a seat. We wouldn't want our elderly knees to give out. You're so right, bestie. To hear her speak, you'd think I'm on my deathbed. By the 12, I wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance belies thy words, Master Thancred. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Like the records show that I am here under protest. Though I can't say I mind the view. And if the abundance of anglers is any indication, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we try our hands at it? Help! Someone! Quickly! You good, bestie? It's Nightshade, who was attacked on the road from the Crystarium. Barely escaped with me life. I suppose we might have predicted this. Yeah... No rest for the wicked. You mean to help me? For free? Thank you. I didn't say for free. If I recall correctly, Nightshade is a local band of outlaws. I doubt they'll trouble us overmuch. No more than they already have by interrupting our relaxation at any rate. Where are you? Over in this direction. There they are. Huh. Dead guy. Those two have met as well in hand by the looks of it. I saw that one of them was Thaler. I'll not forget this kindness. May we meet again. Is that you, sir? Don't tell me we just deprived that poor fellow the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We had no idea you were in the area. Fancy us meeting again so soon, eh? Why, I believe I even recognize your companion. Ah, yes, from the infirmary. You had a message for the XR, did you not? It was good to see you back on your feet, and on patrol no less. Oh, it was nothing as official as all that. Strictly speaking, we're off duty. But as we had a free moment, we thought we'd give a few of the less traveled roads a look. The guard don't have enough hands to patrol them regularly, you see. That's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty, in Lakeland or beyond. Well, we've just been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. It feels like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. It's all about having the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through. I remember you, the excitable one. Sorry, sir. I got a bit overexcited the other day. Couldn't get my words out. The name's Vonage, sir. I'm with the guard. But I don't just want to protect Lakeland. I want to protect the lot. Just like the Warriors of Light. Oh, no. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our own little corner of Norvrant. What we'd really like to do is travel, to better ourselves, and go where the need is greatest. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, if we can stop Nightshade from robbing the odd fisherman, then that's what we'll do. Well, well, future heroes of the first, do you think? I don't think it's a good thing. They want not for spirit, 'tis but a pity they draw inspiration from so clouded a wellspring. Yet it availeth us not to fret in idleness. We must needs press on if we are to bring Elidibus' schemes to light. I wonder if Elidibus is only going to be much of a problem for, like, post-game. or if he's going to be someone that we're running into well into Endwalker. Thus reminded of the urgency of your investigation, Yuri and Jay would press on. Though our respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves of such knowledge as the ruins may hold. I did it again! Hold on, I'm waiting for stream to catch up. Aye, and I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus's machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for the split hole now. Okay, let's go to the split hole. That's the one in, right? Nope. It's not the one in right. It's just a short flight away. Oh, wait, the split hull is the boats. The shipyard. But I guess we're going above it. This isn't the split hull. This is near it. All are present. Now we need to but await Bismarck's coming. "'Tis time. Pray make ready." This is a high-quality cutscene for it to not be voiced. Oh. Animus Ainder. Now available. Oh. Hopefully the queue won't take long. In the meantime, let's go check out Ruby Doomsday. I bet Q pops like super early after I get there. There's a mender, right? Yeah, let's just... Oh. I haven't taken any damage on my stuff. On your way to headquarters to take it? Bring me there. Bring me there now. So your mind is set. Then I shall apprise you of the situation. We have discovered the previously abandoned... Oh, yeah, that tracks. Come on. Let's go. There we go. That was the anthem again. The Garlean anthem. Or the Alamegan anthem. They tried to sneak it past me. Good morning. It's 3 o'clock. To the depths. These are poor neighbors indeed. Some cool looking monsters down here. Suppose I could live in shadow. I don't know why they chose to name it Esteem, unless other people can also see that message. Otherwise, it would make a lot more sense to name it Frey. This is kind of a cool set piece for a dungeon. Like just moving through the water. The walls fall, we must hurry. What's breaking the walls? We were fortunate, but what is all this? Trench Dragon. Oh, Dagonite, not Dragonite. I was like, how did they get away with that? Whoopsie. I was looking at my phone for just a second. Thought we were going to be swimming longer. Living Shadow comes up a lot more often than I thought it would. Like, it doesn't have nearly as long of a cooldown as I expected. There it lies, I give you my breath. We have apparently arrived at Catharsis. Your wish is granted. Go, little wanderers. Why is there a dinosaur? Unknown. Like a Pokemon? You're not a Pokemon. Oh, you're awful. I hate everything about you. There's the second one. Why are there two? Hey, please turn and look this way. I'm gonna mark this one. Priority 1. Kill that one first. One down. A little bit of mitigation for everybody. Just a little something to make y'all feel a little better. Tougher. Healy bracelet. Ooh. Just gonna double tap it real quick to make sure that they all stay on me. Why is one of the leeches dead already? Like, I'm not complaining about having, like, less enemies to fight for the pole. I'm just curious why it died. Oh, now here comes the silly little fish guys. They were deeper in than I expected. There's a pretty good amount of them though. I think I should be able to take all of them. Yeah, there we go. What is this, boss? Visions of Eld attend to us now. A Cyclops. Ooh, you're actually really cool looking. I like your design. I don't know what the mechanic here is. Oh, the mechanic is that hammer falls second, or sword falls second, I guess. What the hell do you mean I didn't get out of the way of that? Hey Tika, how you doing? Okay, this time hammer falls second. Doing alright, man? Hell yeah. There goes the patch grind. Not bad. I'm about to finish up the second patch. And once I finish up the second patch, I'm probably calling stream. Because I am hungry. I wasn't paying attention to which one was which. So I'm going to stand here because it looks like everybody's standing in a hammer. Kinda struggling just a teeny tiny bit by yourself. I still have my invulnerability to fall back on if I need it. Yeah, I'm gonna pop Living Dead. Living Dead didn't go? There it goes. Oh, he was closer to death than I thought he was. Living Dead, not entirely necessary there, but oh well. We're pretty close to the end here. I wasn't looking that close at his health bar. Kind of annoyed at myself for wasting that, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's the first time this dungeon I've needed it. Please die. There's one. This one's getting filled. Ooh, one of those didn't go. There we go. Oh, that may be why they didn't seem super excited about the idea of continuing to just push further in. I don't think we're killing this one. Yeah, we're not killing it in time. Hello? Focus on me, please. Stop hitting all my little buddies. Do I have a dick kick? There it is. They resisted anyway. I gotta stretch my legs after this dungeon. Sound beat. I'm a little bit tired, yeah. Yeah, I got up pretty early this morning after staying up late last night. Couldn't fall back to sleep, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna call it an early night tonight. I stayed up last night fixing my PC because my CPU fan had gone out. Why do you have tits? I don't like it. Oh, I wasn't the only one doing this one first time. Yeah, it went out the other day when I was trying to hop on Monster Hunter. I wanted to start getting myself higher level because I hadn't played through it like at all. I wanted to start playing through the story and getting up to higher levels so that when Omega comes out, I can fight Omega. And it just suddenly, like, completely died on me. Not fully died, like, I wasn't able to do much else for a few days than watch YouTube. We also, yeah, I don't know why I'm so tired today. Like, aside from that, I just feel exhausted. Well, I mean, this thing was like 8 years old. It's not something that I had thought of replacing. I've replaced like 3 CPUs in that time. Never quite thought about the CPU cooler. I don't understand. Oh, wait, I do understand. I just wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, I was a little worried for a second. Thought the Pictomancer was going to try to stay on me, but he's giving me a little bit of space. Kind of a cute outfit for a Picto. I don't mind that. I still haven't actually, like, given Picto a try yet. I literally just unlocked it and haven't touched it. Point you in the corner. Done any of the 8-man raid yet or the 24? Not yet, no. So what I had been trying to do was start leveling up like other jobs to play MSQ with, which has been a struggle because I do like 1 or 2 dungeons and then I dissociate for like an hour. There we go. So I'm not really much closer in any way to getting my jobs up to 80. Owie. Fair enough, I know that feeling all too well. It's my own fault for trying to level up so many jobs at once. I got Samurai, I want to level. I got Ninja, I want to level. Dungeons just seem to put me to sleep. Exactly.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
Whatever it was, it needed a lot of aether.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
Yeah.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
Thank you all for joining us at Oneida in these most perilous of times. By the summoning of Zodiark have we been granted a reprieve, yet immutable as the laws he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Spooky. Nay, should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings. I had hoped that the defector at least would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. The defector? Whither tend your thoughts, Venat? Where you lead, we will follow. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. We prepared to pursue our chosen something something. Hold on. If not, I see no further reason to demur. Let's ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even should it mean suffering the eternal condemnation of our brethren? If so, I see no further reason to demur. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever after keep the darkness in check. Okay, so I already know what your deal is, Vinat. Because of the Magic the Gathering set.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emet-Selch never uttered the name, speak though he did of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
I'm turning back on. Auto advance.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
But now, please, why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, I would sooner it were another, any other. You are our leader. None can take your place. You know as well as I that but a few support her cause, far fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance of opposing him, I am the only one who might suffice as her heart. Oh, kinda like how, Isel did. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. You're gonna use yourself as fuel? Then I'll press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the Convocation felt about Elidibus? What? Elidibus is Zodiark? Or was like the vessel for Zodiark?
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
Well, hold on. Didn't we hear before?
Seven hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Didn't we hear before that, like, the names that we know them as are simply their seat? It could have been an old Elidibus. Because it was Emet-Selch, but his name was Hades. The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what records it contains. Interesting. No response. Confound it. If I may, my lady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow. That it doth so no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. The white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This calls to mind a truth that Emet did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not the ones given to the Ascians at birth, rather they are the titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit at such a time as the role becometh vacant. That's what I'm saying. It's probably not the same one. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiark's heart and the emissary with whom we are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. It's possible. If the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering. And yet, something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here. I can feel it. In matters of aetherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there exists a means to learn more, you'll find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. You may now enter Anemnesis Anator with the Duty Finder. Trust. Thing. Yeah. Echoes of a fallen star. Can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To that extent, or to the extent that things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel? He will no doubt want to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. That's a good idea. Anamnesis Anator? Anamnesis Anator. Okay, thank you. I will forget.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time. But a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
Yes. People, chocobos, you name it. I feel really unsettled by all this. I'm gonna say, well, yes.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
See, that's the part that makes me feel nervous. It's all this talk about warriors of light. Why does Elidibus want that so bad?
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
What are we looking at? What? What is this?
What's happening to the sky?
What's going on? That was a crazy looking aura.
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all? Why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think?
I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light!
That was Heidelin. Why are you celebrating?
You're back!
It sounded like Heidelin. Well, it's been a minute since I've heard Heidelin. What's happening? Where are we? Okay, we're still in the Custarium. It's just gone now. Okay. For some reason, it looked like we were in Amarang when it was looking at
What you hear
Alisai.
is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, the hero.
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls.
Stop giving your voice. Put Ardford's voice back on.
That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift
Among
have
us?
only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light.
I want to punch you in the
Together
face.
with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
I want to hit you. Slash me punches you, fights you. That is a lot to think about. The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand. But that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. Yeah, I don't understand shit that's going on. Yes, he's just using Ardbert's body as a vessel. He revealed himself to us earlier. But you were probably still at work. He is gone, then? I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I am sorry to say. They have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The true men and women in those whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light. Ardbert, yourself, most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for Amara launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Ralbon took the time to usher you out onto the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself to see them off. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Amnesis to us. Up at the Amara launch. This way? No, other way. Amara launch. You again? I mean, it's you. Sir, sorry, it's been a funny old day. You got new armor, new equipment. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. If something happens to you two, it's going to break my heart. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Strike fast and true for victory. Victory belongs to the bold. Well, what are you waiting for? Get out there. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. Don't die out there. And don't turn evil. Exarch! Oh, you're inside? Okay. Let's go, let me in. Hi, Exarch. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We've yet to discuss how to proceed. Well, let's discuss how to proceed. While your findings in Anamnesis do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know any of our other potential avenues of investigation. For which reason, we must needs trust to Ishtola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow his emissary? The emissary. Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially one of your experience. It does seem worth the attempt. Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. Nuh-uh. In combat perhaps, but where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you have no need to worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Alright, then I look forward to your return. Then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference, and I believe nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less hearteningly, fit practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. But there are still promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Though we are all grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labor on the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I would gladly offer mine assistance. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure the Crystarium continues to run smoothly, in spite of recent disruptions. Then perhaps I could help? There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. Wow. God damn. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. Let's see if Ardbert's still here. If he's going to show up at any point, it'll be in my bedroom. Our bedroom. Once I finish talking to the manager of suites, and probably talking to Ardbert, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. I am feeling exhausted. A pleasure as always, Master Almeida. I'm relieved to see you unharmed in the earlier commotion. Though if I may, you do look somewhat weary. I presume you will be retiring to your suite? Yes. Very good. Do let me know if there's anything you require. just hot water? But why? Why, Chris, you psycho? Master Lemater, it's Glennard from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for calling so late. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the cardinal virtues. What? Oh! Well met, sinner. I was looking forward to a welcome respite here in the Crystarium, but the mood here is not exactly conducive to relaxation, as I'm sure you've noticed. I'd wager you know more about what's going on than anyone else in this city. Care to share? I don't know how much Chris is going to tell you, so I'm not gonna yada yada. It sure looks like he's telling you just about everything, though. I can't say that I envy you your prey. Dark work, this twisting of the Warriors of Light's legacy. Reminds me a bit of what became of old Dekai scene. Though this Ascian of yours is a fair bit more chatty. I'm tempted to silence him myself. Brandon made his mistakes. I'm sure they all did, but the past is the past. They've earned their rest. I'm not about to let him sully Ardbert's good name. What? You want me to leave it to you? Right. I'm not the only one carrying all that weight. Very well, but only because you asked. Remember, if you ever need me, just say the word. I'll be there. I wonder, is it only Granson that shows up here? Or will other people show up if you did the other role quests? Either way, I like Granson. Ooh, I was really hoping Ardbert would be behind me. But he's not. Meanwhile, in the Crystal Tower's umbilicus. Gotta think real hard. Didn't think hard enough. Got distracted.
Foiled again.
Oopsie.
If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
He really needs to chill, because if he doesn't, I feel like he's gonna wear himself out too much. Where are we? What? This is Amarat. No, it's not. Hi, Xenos. Is this Amarat? This is Amarat. Xenos, why are you here? You're wearing that coat like a baller, though.
The dream again.
Oh. You're still on the source.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days?
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
I haven't seen any of the Asian outfits or anything like that. I really hope there's a way to get his robes, because they look sick. And there we go. With that, I'm going to go ahead and call it as we wrap up the second patch of Shadowbringers. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Hope there's an outfit in the game. Yes, hell yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope y'all have a good one. I need to get some rest. I need to chill, grab some food, and figure out what else I'm going to do today. Because I am exhausted. Hope y'all have a good one. Not going to throw a raid out, just going to hit the button. Goodbye.